Hello everyone, how are you doing? That is a deck I'm building. It has nothing to do with the video. I'm zooming in. Obviously you can read, you're not stupid. This is the second time I had to do this video because my phone, for whatever reason, put it in the wrong format, and it essentially means it only works on phones. But I got this breeding pool. And Lord, oh Lord, am I happy about this breeding pool. I will tell you what. Simic, where do I start? Well, I'm a player of the Simic gimmick variety. I love me some Simic, and this is going in a Thrasios Vial Smasher deck that I'm putting together. I have a Vial Smasher Tymna deck, but red has been outclassing white recently, and I think I'm going to make that deck those colors now going forward. I think it's the way to go. I think it's what I should do. I'm going to take this out of this Dragon Shield. I have it in a perfect fit. This absolutely beautiful OG looking art. OG style framing. I love the colors that they chose. 316 out of 500. I just want to take a moment and thank everyone for being here, and thank you for being so kind to me. And I want to thank the haters for reminding me that there's a bunch of bitch ass people out there that will want you to fail and will always say mean things, whether you have 1 subscriber or you have 10 million. So that shit doesn't faze me. Never will. And thank you for all my friends and family and just nice people out there on the internet, and all you guys who support me. It's a blessing to be able to have the income that I do, to be able to buy these things that I want while also saving my money, putting money in investments, putting money towards retirement, having a good job, having other ways of income that I've managed to scrounge together. I really appreciate y'all. And I appreciate myself for putting in the hours, putting in the work, and not giving up. It's a very rewarding feeling, but I'm blessed truly to have the opportunity with the weight of the world and the weight of bills and all this junk to be able to share this with you guys and be able to own these things. Magic is my number one hobby. It's my number one favorite thing in the world, apart from all my loved ones, of course. But I love Magic so much. I'm young. I'm not an OG in the game. I'm 24 years old. I got in 2016, and ever since then, it took me a little bit for Magic to really have me, but from the moment I sort of picked it up, I bought a Khans of Tarkir starter deck, the Gruul Dragon starter deck, and I bought like 5 packs, and I always had fun with the game. From the moment I started playing, I had a lot of fun. But Magic really got me by the balls when I became an adult, and I got a real job, my first trade job, and I was ranking in overtime and all this other crap, man. I was getting in there, man. I remember flipping burgers, man, at one point, and spending half my shit on fucking Magic. Half of it was for gas, and I saved a little bit of money, not too much, admittedly. I saved a little bit of money and did my thing, but a lot of it went to Magic, building decks. I built an Atraxa Super Friends deck. I was that fella, man. I swear. But that's enough nostalgia. I'm just really glad to see Magic evolve in such a way, and I like the serial numbered cards a lot. I think that they're a good way to incentivize pack opening so that singles sort of aren't impossible to get for your average Joe, but at the same time having something to keep whales happy and collectors and investors happy. I think that's a really good thing. for the longevity of the game. It's very important for cards to be expensive, as much as YouTubers and people who just want you to click subscribe will tell you that it doesn't matter and these companies are evil. Cards need to be worth some fucking thing. They need to not be worthless, because then what's the point of buying packs? If you buy a box and every card in it's worth fuck all or shit, then nobody cares. You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't hold weight. And when you buy cards and they tank half in value, then that doesn't feel good to anyone. So it's important to have a subclass of cards that will retain their value, so that way I don't feel bad for buying a playset, a Ponder, for $5 and then it gets reprinted. Or, well, I buy a playset of something, $5 a piece, and then a year later, then they're all $1 because they reprinted it, because $5 is too much. It's a game piece. So it's an important medium to have for cards to be worth something, and serial numbered cards is a step in that right direction, to where, because maybe Tarmogoyf being $200, maybe okay, that's maybe a little much, right? But we can have serial number cards be fucking expensive as shit, right? You don't fucking need a number on your card. You want one. I feel like I need it because I have expensive tastes, and I get what I want, That's just the way I live my life. But besides of the point, what I really wanted to talk about was serial number cards, their future, how much I like them. I am a big fan of the serial number cards. I like collecting them. It feels good to add one to my collection. I got a good bit of the Multiverse Legends one. It's funny. The one I opened is like sort of got a sweet spot on me in my heart, even though it's shit. I got the Sheoldred's Faithful. That's the serial number card I opened. That video is actually on the channel. But I think that I like how they have some really niche cards in there. Like, I don't think it's super cool when they have like things like Birds of Paradise or Soul Ring as these serial numbered cards, because me personally, I don't crack a lot of packs, so I can't. It's not realistic for me to buy a bunch of these. Like, oh, the Elvish Soul Ring sold for $5,000. It's like, well, that's just something I'll never be a part of. But you're telling me there's a serial numbered card of Copy Enchantment? I'm going to get that for if I ever build an enchantment deck. That's literally my reasoning why I want one, is for in case I ever build an enchantment deck. I want Copy Enchantment. So, I want the Tidespout Tyrant for a polymorph deck I've been putting together. I just like how they do it. I like how they give these cards a niche chance to be really expensive and be something that's really collectible and really cool, and be part of history. Because even if they do make another breeding pool serial number, which I think they should really hesitate unless this one is like 1 to 100 and it has exclusive art to that serial numbered. I think they should really be careful with doing the same card twice, and they did that with Chromatic Lantern, I think. And I don't like that. I think they should really be careful with doing the same card twice. But I do really like how they're hitting some of these cards that don't go in every deck. Breeding Pool is sort of an exception to that. It goes into any commander deck that has green and blue. But, Tidespout Tyrant, Krenko Mob Boss, Arc-like Phoenix. There's a lot of cards that are very niche to a specific strategy. And I think that that's really cool, because while you can get something incredibly rare, it's not breaking the bank expensive. Like, I can get a couple of these. Like, once they bottom out, I'm going to wait. Because, like, Tidespout Tyrant as a $2 card, serial numbered, is... Oof. The cheapest one I saw is $3.50. That's way overpriced. Especially if we're going off the price history of the Multiverse Legends and some of the doctors, So I think that they'll cool off. I think they're just new and shiny right now, and a lot of people FOMO in. And so a lot of people don't put that much money into single cards, and a lot of people, like myself, are going to wait. So I think that they'll cool off eventually. But I'm really liking it. I like the future of it. I like how they're not in every set. I like how they're hitting cards that are not needed in every deck. I think hitting Soul Ring will never get old. I just hope that they don't do things like basic art Soul Ring serial number. Like, they did Lord of the Rings Soul Rings, that'd be cool. But if they did like fucking Fortnite Soul Ring or goddamn Master Chief Soul Ring, fucking Rick and Morty Soul Ring, I think that you could do Soul Ring infinite number of times, but I like how they're giving cards that aren't in the limelight time to shine. And that was especially shown in the Multiverse Legends. They had fucking bulk. They had 1 cent cards fucking serial numbered, shipped out in packs. Like, that was something I did not expect at all, and they still did it, and I thought it was cool. I technically bought one of those, just to be real quick. Sorry, low battery came up. I hope that didn't affect y'all anyway. But I bought this one, this SRAM. I bought this for a Sithis Commander deck. It's pretty bulk, but I'm glad they did it, because now I can put this in my Sithis deck and bling it out a little bit. It makes me happy to own it. It's like $100. So that made me super happy. So I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of these. I like rare collectible cards, and it really scratches something. It's I'm glad I get to share this with y'all. It just it does something for me. I like the numbers, and I think it's cool. And I think I would like Magic. I would like you to go above 500 sometimes, because I would really like the first 3 digits of my phone number as a serial number card. I would pay a good bit for that. And hell, if you did like a 1 to fucking 30K, you can get your zip code. Or like 1 to 100K, bro, you could get your zip code, man. But that might be a little too much. But I wish my hometown area code was below 500. Unfortunately, it's not. But you can get cool numbers, man. You can get some cool shit with these, and I'm a big fan of them, and I think it's good for the collectability, and it makes me real happy. I'm glad I get to share it with y'all. But this is going in the deck. I play the cards I buy. That's pretty much all I gotta say. Just thank you so much for being here. If you're still watching, I hope everyone likes the schizo rants. Are there any serial number cards y'all are gonna be buying? Are there any ones you're gonna wait? Is there any you've already bought? Have you opened any? If you opened any, how many boxes did it take? I would like to know mass box opening numbers. I haven't seen anyone mass box open personally. We might get a box, a collector box, of course. We might get a collector box to open on the channel. That might be a lot of fun. But only time will tell. Part of me wants to save the capital. Yes, I call it capital because my channel is a business, even though it doesn't produce income. But I just kind of want to buy more serial number cards instead of try to open one. That's sort of been my shtick. That's sort of how I play the game of life. Not much of a pack cracker. I just like to get what I get. I like what I want. I get what I want. That's how I live my life. So thank you so much for being here. It warms my heart. Thank you so much. Have a good day.